Here we are for another episode of Brews with Bullard. We've got future world champion. I'm going to put it out there, Dalton Smith. I think you're going to be a future world champion. So I'm going to go with it first. You've heard it here first from the Bulldog. Now you've got to do it, son. Follow through because you're going to make me
Touch wood, hopefully.
How are you, first of all?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. Come all the way down from Sheffield today.
From Sheffield, yeah. Come on the train.
Known as the... Is that your nickname?
Thunder, yeah.
Where did you get that from? Why Thunder?
I used to be called Too Smooth as a little kid. Yeah, but I used to have a lot of dodgy haircuts and I used to have like a bit of a flashy style when I was younger.
When you said dodgy haircuts, why are you looking at mine?
I don't know. What do you think?
You've got nice teeth, by the way. Show the camera them teeth. They've not been boxers' teeth. Don't worry about that.
Got them Charlie Edwards teeth now, haven't I?
We'll get onto him later because I know you've got a bit of a background with Charlie. But I want to get onto your junior career, your amateur career. You won every national title as a schoolboy.
From schoolboy up to a senior, yeah. Every national title.
That's a major achievement. Talk me through that.
Just obviously every year you get a national championships. Obviously every year.
What age does that start from?
13's the first year you can enter a national championship.
Okay. So what are you now? 25?
I'm 22.
You're 22. Done my homework, see.
Yeah, I think I was 21 the last nationals I won.
Right, okay. Also, hang on a minute, I don't want to skip this. You won gold with GB?
Yeah, I went to quite a lot of international tournaments with GB. You know, travelling the world from like a young boy. And,
that puts you in good stead, all that travel,
that's
good
it,
boxes.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm well travelled, great experience, you know. Obviously on the Olympic team, you're travelling the world fighting the best fighters out there, so it puts you in good stead as you get older.
And the move from becoming an amateur to professional, is it a big step? What are the changes, what are the differences?
Yeah, like professional boxing, it is a totally different game, it's more of a business. But at the end of the day, you're still getting in and having a fight, so there's not much change in there. But yeah, it was just the right time for me to turn professional, and you know I've had 2 fights now, and I think I've settled in well.
I want to go back on. I'm going to go back a little bit because when did boxing first start? Because your dad's a big boxing coach, right? He coaches now Charlie Edwards, who's made a name for himself, got a great career. One of us as well with 11 degrees. So the old man, does he coach you?
Yeah, he coaches me as well.
How difficult is that having your dad coaching? Did you get any?
We have his arguments, don't get me wrong, yeah. Yeah, we argue most days, you know, but you learn to get used to it. He's trained me from a young boy, so, you know, I learned to deal with it, and I wouldn't have it any other way now. He knows me better than anybody else.
Did you get in the ring with Charlie? What's the script?
No, I'm too big for Charlie.
Really? Is he only a little guy?
Yeah, he's flyweight in the
You're
I'm super lightweight.
Super lightweight.
Yeah,
right,
so
okay.
like we never spar. He's a lot lighter than me.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I'd do him anyway.
Would you really?
Yeah, I do.
Full of game.
Tell him that.
So, what's a day, Dalton Smith? Talk me through like a day training or a week training, Dalton Smith. What do you go through?
No, it's pretty the same routine week in, week out. You know, we get up early in the morning, run, do his weights like S&C, strength and conditioning, and then in the afternoon we're sparring or, you know, doing his boxing session. So it's pretty intense, but you know, it's just a normal routine. We're doing it day in, day out, so we get used to it.
Give us names who pricked your ears, who you watched and went, oh, I like what he does. I
was a big fan of Joe Calzaghe and Juan Manuel Marquez growing up.
He was close to his dad?
Yeah.
Was there a connection there for you?
Yeah, obviously it's like the same relationship. You know, he used to argue with his dad all the time. You know,
all the time.
That's the good thing.
Was he in Joe's corner?
Yeah, he was his main coach. Yeah. So like we've got some relation there, and obviously he was a great fighter. Okay. I used to like all the Mexican fighters, and
why did they grab you?
And they're just entertaining, like to have a fight.
Is that what you?
My dad don't like me to do that, but you know, sometimes I like to get in and have a fight.
Is he on your shoulder? How much do you take from him in the ring? You know, is it hard for you to sort of? I've got to restrain myself. Is it hard for you to really?
It isn't.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's weird.
You sort of in the ring, sort of going, hang on, I've got to pull back here because I'm ready for a tear up.
Yeah.
But the old man's in my ear, saying like, calm down, calm down.
That's it. It's weird. Like I've boxed at the O2 last, and obviously there's a lot of fans there. Like obviously a lot of people, obviously making noise, but the only voice you can hear is my dad in the corner. But I don't know if it's because he's got a loud mouth.
So it resonates through.
Yeah. So like I can hear him all the time. So
yeah.
Obviously I'm always listening. I try and do what he's telling me. Yeah, I think obviously every fighter's got bad habits. I don't see them, but obviously I don't know.
Surely the old man's going,
yeah.
You're always doing this, you're always doing that.
That's why when we're in the gym, he's always pulling the little fights. I can't see that. You know, I think I'm doing everything right.
Can you not feel them?
I can feel them when he tells me, but
right, okay.
I couldn't pick them out. and obviously that's why my dad's there. You can see
Yeah,
things I can't see, and he
Okay.
picks up on them. That's when we start arguing then.
Who's your, if you had to pick a boxer that you'd love to fight, dead or alive, would it be?
I'd probably say one of the fighters I used to watch growing up, like your Joe Calzaghes or Juan Manuel Marquez, just to see how wide my ability would be compared to them.
Right, listen, I want to hit you with some random questions that the crew, well, I've asked the crew to fire some quick-fire questions at you, right? They're random as heck, a couple of them a bit weird.
Nothing to do with boxing.
They could be, but
Go on and hit me
we'll
with
find
them.
out in a minute. First of all, nice and easy, favourite song?
Mobb Deep, Shook Ones Part 2.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Did
What's
anyone
yours?
get that? What's it called?
Mobb Deep, it's an old school hip hop tune. Mobb
Has
Deep,
anyone
Shook
here
Ones.
heard of that?
You'll have heard it if you hear it, definitely.
Wowzers. If you had to choose an animal, what one would Dalton Smith be?
I ain't got a clue.
What would you fight like? Do you fight like a rabbit or a tiger?
Say a lion.
So you'd be a lion.
I'd be a lion.
Why do boxers always go like double aggressive, don't they?
It's easy,
I'd love
innit?
someone to come out like
I'm not
a
gonna
big
say.
panda
I'm not
or
gonna say
something.
giraffe or something, am I?
Long neck, hold up, try it up. Favourite smell?
Smell.
Doesn't have to be a perfume, it can be anything.
Something bubblegum or like baby powder.
That's the most random ever. From bubblegum to baby
What
powder.
have you had
I'll
today?
It's just fantastic. What, like, when you say bubblegum, you don't mean spearmint, you mean like Hubba Bubba.
Yeah, hubba bubba, like
Yeah.
real bubblegum smell.
You're crackers. Favourite movie?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Hell of a film.
Yeah, it's
What's your favourite scene, Wolf of Wall Street? I love that film.
I know which one you're thinking
Yeah,
of.
there's a couple of you.
There's too many to think of in that one.
Yeah. What about when they're in the bedroom?
Yeah, that one.
That
Yeah.
one.
When he's
Close your
messing with a
leg- Close your legs,
fireplace.
kitty. If you wasn't last one, if you wasn't a boxer, what would you be?
Shoplifter.
Brilliant, Dalton Smith. You're a legend. Thank you so much for coming.
I appreciate
That was brilliant. Shut up, mate. We ain't finished. Anyway, Dalton, thank you so
Appreciate
much for
that,
coming
thank you.
there. Brilliant.